is from the following chapter. This is where we find out about the relic of darkness that ended up in this alternate dimension, and Maia joins forces with the dragon warriors of this dimension to figure out what's going on in the city. Let's read. Morgana Norrington, the mayor of Melania City, who was dressed in a green blazer and matching dress pants, stood by the hospital bed, eyeing the gray-haired, pig-tailed woman who lay there, moaning and tossing in her sleep. I wonder what's going on with this woman, Luan, Morgana's deputy mayor, in a blue blazer and matching pants, murmured. I honestly have no idea, Morgana told her. But when the dragon warriors get here, we can all put our heads together and find some kind of clue. Just then, the door to the hospital room opened, and the redhead named Myrtle led the way in, with her 4 friends and Maia bringing up the rear. Madam Mayor, we came as soon as we could, Elise told Morgana. What's going on? Maia pushed through the crowd to get a better look at the new patient. On that note, she had to swallow a gas when she recognized the face of the sleeping woman. Let's see. Meanwhile, Morgana motioned toward future Mitzi and explained, this woman was found unconscious in Badlands. A concerned citizen there reported this not too long ago, and the paramedics brought her here. But then she wore a look of shock when she saw Maia and realized, Maia Sinclair? But I'm well aware of the irony, Maia put in. I'm not the Maia you knew. I'm from another dimension. Another dimension? Luan repeated. So why do you need us here? Selena wondered, hoping to change the focus of the subject. With that, Luan revealed a small flashlight and lifted future Mitzi's arm. Watch what happens when I put a light on this woman's hand, she told everyone, and then flipped the switch on the flashlight, whose glow shined on future Mitzi's hand. Maia wore a look of shock, because the hand that did not cast a shadow was in the glow of light. Something tells me shadow rates have something to do with this. What the? Selena exclaimed. That woman has no shadow! That's the 4th one this month, Roxy murmured. 4th one this month? Maia repeated. This has been going on for a while? Morgana nodded. Then she explained, this woman is in a haunting deep sleep. What could have caused it? Elise wondered. And why is she in this state? Galatea added. For starters, this woman is in this state because her shadow is missing, Morgana replied. Shadows contain the yin part of our souls, Luan told everyone. They represent our dark side. Whatever has absorbed this person's shadow obviously needs them to grow stronger. And without this life force to sustain us, we are doomed to a state of limbo, Morgana finished. The more I hear about this, the more I think shadow rates are behind this, Maia realized. But what relic of darkness is in this other dimension? And who has it? But just then, future Mitzi began moaning again and tossing in her sleep, murmuring, the mystic eye of Agador. The what? Myrtle wondered, as future Mitzi tossed harder in her sleep. She repeated, the mystic eye of Agador. What's a mystic eye of Agador? Roxy asked. That must be the relic of darkness that ended up in this dimension, Maia told herself. I have to find it before anyone else gets hurt. That's what we have to find before any other patients are brought in, Luan told the group. Girls, I need you to research the mystic eye of Agador at the Mount Melania Library. What about Maia? Selena asked. Take her with you. She may prove useful as your Maia. We're on it, Myrtle told him. Take her with you, Morgana proposed. She may prove as useful as your Maia. We're on it, Myrtle told the mayor. And then the 6 girls raced out of the emergency room. So begins the adventure in Melania City for Maia, for a dimensionally displaced Maia. Let's just hope she can find the mystic eye of Agador before it's too late. Let's continue. Ah, this scene, I believe, is one of my favorites. It basically basically is the scene where Maia finds out what's going on with the Techna in this dimension, and it contains one of my favorite parts of dialogue. I hope you like it. Techna? Maia called as she as Luan 2 searched the kitchen of Technus for its owner. Are you here? Luan 2 added as she and Maia entered a room separate from the kitchen. This room contained a small desk and 2 doors, one on the left and one on the right. What's this? Maia wondered. This must be Techna's private room, Luan 2 realized. I've only been in here once. She pointed to the door on her left. Over there's a closet, but there... She eyed the door on the right and went on. I've never been in that room. Can I say we check that door out? Maia proposed, and then approached the door carefully. As she examined it, she realized, I don't see a lock, or even a door handle. Then she decided, but there has to be a way to open this. She sighed and muttered, you always have to make it hard for me. Maia? Luan 2 prompted. Yes? Maia asked. Have you considered trying? Open sesame! Luan 2 joked. Oh, come on! Maia exclaimed. Like that's going to! But then she broke off as the door suddenly whooshed open, which made her murmur, I don't believe that worked. And then she stepped inside, only to be greeted with a marvel of technology within. View screens decorating one wall, a miniature laboratory in another part of the room, and in the center of the room was a larger view screen complete with a computer keyboard at its base. Wow, Maia breathed. This is awesome. It reminds me of the Tower of Dragons back home. I don't believe it, Luan 2 murmured. Morgana has run 1 billion scans on this room, and then once she found the hint of this place. Well, we can admire Techna's expertise later, Maia told her. Right now we have to find that forge, that is, if she's created one. But just then, the twosome heard a familiar voice, one that wasn't too happy. If you're looking for a free refill! The twosome jumped at the voice and turned in its direction, only to see Techna 2, with her arms folded, and she finished, You're in the wrong place! Maia cleared her throat and began, Techna, before you crash on us, can you give us a chance to explain why we're here? Maybe I should do it, Luan murmured. Come on, Maia protested. But she's only gonna laugh at us. Trust me. You try me, Techna 2 put in. You'd be surprised at what I know. Okay, Maia muttered, with a sigh. Morgana's broken down an element called star silver. We need a forge from you to melt down the metal we need. Techna's scowl faded as Maia whispered to herself, whispered to Luan 2. She doesn't look convinced. But instead of laughing, Techna 2 lowered her gaze and murmured, I thought it was just a legend. A legend? Maia repeated. What was the legend about? The night of cerulean skyfire, Techna 2 told her. I had a dream about meteors falling to Earth, all made of silver. The only problem is, it wasn't our Earth. So you've heard this, Maia realized. Only a magical folklore, Techna 2 confirmed. This star silver had incredible properties. It looked like silver, but weapons forged from it would never dull or need to be sharpened. You've been researching this? Maia wondered. Ever since Morgana mentioned needing a forge, Techna 2 replied. The only problem is I've been having problems deciphering the elements needed to duplicate it. We've already done that, Maia told her. The other dragon warriors are out in the city getting the resources we need. Just then, Maia heard her power bracelet warble, and she wondered, Now who could be calling me in this dimension? She lifted her arm and pushed a button on her bracelet, answering, "Mrs. Maia!" "Maia, thank goodness!" Galatea exclaimed. "I was afraid I got in the wrong frequency." "How did you get the frequency for my power bracelet?" Maia wondered. "I set the window vision for an interdimensional suite and began transmitting," Galatea too replied. "Fortunately, your frequency is similar to ours." "What's going on?" Maia asked. "Dark energy is pulsating from the Badlands. Based on time intervals and trajectory, it seems to be targeting the center of Melania City. Have you calculated a projection?" Maia asked. "Energy impact will occur within 1 to 2 hours, Galatea told her. "And we have no time to waste," Maia murmured as she looked at Techna 2 and Luan 2. "Techna, Luan, you get the forge ready. Once it is, bring it to the mayor's office. I'll head there right now. Explain we need the countermeasure." "Right," Luan 2 responded. "Okay," Techna 2 finished. And with that, Maia raced out of the secret room, through the kitchen, and back into the metropolis. Well, as you can see, this situation has escalated very bad. The situation has escalated to emergency status. Can Maia and the Dragon Warriors of Melania City stop this dark energy before it's too late? Just in case you're wondering what's going on, you'll have to read. You'll have to start from Once in Future Galatea to understand the entire saga of Quest for the Final Four. I hope you enjoyed listening to these excerpt readings. If you like this series, be sure to like, comment, and share this video. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. So says the leader, signing off. Peace out.